think we can all agree that the best subject in school is easily lunchtime. But that'll change for Ryder and I, when one day we all saw plastic and styrofoam that was being used in our school lunches. This made us go deeper into pollution, and we realized the true horribleness of it.
And as a result of that, we started becoming more aware of the plastic we're using and created an eco club to show other kids how to reuse, reduce, recycle, and sometimes garden. But enough of us. Let's get into the talk.
You may have noticed that the cherry blossoms bloomed a bit early this year. According to AP News, that happened because of global warming and climate change. This is really bad because it proves that global warming is starting to affect our wildlife and plants.
According to the Ocean Cleanup, the world's largest garbage patch is 1.6 million square kilometers, which, if you didn't know, is 2 times the size of Texas or 3 times the size of France. Oh, and don't even get me started on the life cycle of plastics, because by the time one coffee cup fully degrades, Jake and I will be 41. And by the time one plastic straw degrades, you and probably your kids won't be alive because it takes 200 years.
Now let's get into our drinking water and how it's being contaminated. First off, you're probably like, I'm fine. I've never gotten sick by just drinking water. What's the big deal? Well, according to the World Health Organization, you should consider yourself lucky that you're not part of the 485,000 people that die each year from contaminated drinking water. Also, as sad as that is, because of the lack of fresh water in Africa, 150 people die an hour. This is a problem that needs to be solved.
Do you know what country has the worst access to clean water? Well, if you don't know, it's Eritrea. Eritrea is an African country sandwiched between Sudan and Ethiopia. And according to boardproject.org, Eritrea only gets 16 to 20 inches of rainfall each year, which doesn't even make up for half of the country lacking access to clean water.
I know we've been talking about water pollution a lot, but now let's get into one of our biggest problems, air pollution. Air pollution is definitely one of the worst pollutants, and we need to reduce this problem. Air pollution kills 7 million people each year, which is a drastic amount. A main contributor to air pollution is charcoal. When burned, charcoal releases a toxic gas called carbon monoxide, which at high doses can kill you. Coal also releases a gas called carbon dioxide, which is one of the primary greenhouse gases. Now let's let Ryder explain a bit on the greenhouse gases.
Greenhouse gases, such a simple yet destructive thing. All greenhouse gases do something bad for the environment. For example, according to nasakids.gov, when water heats up, it creates water vapor, which, when it traps water, it creates more water to heat up and creates more water vapor. The greenhouse gases consist of 6 gases: water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons. The chlorofluorocarbons is by far the worst of the gases. This gas is the one that damages the ozone layer. And you know the hairspray that you use in the morning? That has chlorofluorocarbons in it and releases it when you use it.
And have you ever seen coral that's supposed to move? Well, if you thought that was normal, or even cool, it's not. It's an outcome of aquatic pollution, and according to World Wildlife Fund, it occurs when the water heats up. This happens because of global warming. When the water heats up, it drives away the algae, and according to oceanlearn.com, coral and algae have a best friend relationship. The coral provides shelter for the algae, while the algae provides oxygen for the coral.
Sadly, coral isn't the only organism being wounded by water pollution. Sea turtles are another animal getting bullied by aquatic pollution. Sea turtles sometimes eat plastic bags because they look like jellyfish, or get trapped in 6-pack rings as you see in this picture. But seabirds are also affected. Seabirds eat krill, and krill eat algae. And according to openlearn.com, when plastic's in the water for long enough, algae can start to collect on it. And then, in a result of that, the krill come to feed off the algae, and then along comes the seabird, and I bet you can pick the rest. Now that you listened to us talk, we want you and everyone here to go out in your community and help solve a local problem. And if you have any further questions, please visit us on our website, pollutionmobile.com. Thank you for your time.